Okay, here we go. It's almost as if someone pressed the button and I suddenly switch on and I'm ready to do some channel review live streams. I've already made my first mistake of the live stream. Hello everyone, my name is Rob from vidIQ. If you're not aware of what we do here on the vidIQ channel, we have a tool that helps you get more views in less time. It's a Chrome extension. If you download it, there is a link in the description. It's completely free and it will transform your YouTube experience. But at the same time, if you're watching our YouTube channel, I try and help you improve your YouTube video creating experience through these free channel reviews that we do every Tuesday at 11 AM here on the vidIQ channel. So a big shout out to everybody who's joining right now. If you could, I would really appreciate this. If you're enjoying the channel review, you don't have to do it yet, but if you are enjoying this live stream, do make sure to give it a big thumbs up and please share this live stream with the rest of the YouTube world to help any other video creators who feel as if they need a little leg up, a bit of support, a bit of advice on how to grow their YouTube channels. I would very much appreciate it. For anybody who's watching this replay of the live stream, I recommend you jump to about 6 minutes into the live stream. I'm going to try and do my introductions in 6 minutes this time, as I do a bit of housekeeping and just help tell people how this live stream goes on. And obviously if you want to pick up as much information, then run this live stream at double speed if you wish, and pay attention, if I can get my finger pointing right, to the chat here on the right hand side. There's lots of fantastic valuable information, not just from me but from everybody watching this live stream, and I do encourage everybody to contribute because that's one of the ways that your channel will be picked for a channel review. This is not done through any monetization money contribution through super chats. I always welcome super chats, but they do not guarantee you a video channel review. It's all based on your contribution to the conversation, and moderators who I can see already, Extra Sessions Media, Doberman Guy, J.A.B Adventures, they're all in the house and doing a fantastic job as always moderating the conversation. Just one thing before we go any further: if I do have to disappear very briefly at any point during this live stream, it's because the postman is knocking on my door and I have a delivery due to arrive soon, and if it arrives, I'm more than happy to share it with you. But yeah, just in case I need to disappear for a minute, that's one reason why. So what are the general housekeeping rules here? As I've already said, we pick channels based on contribution to the live stream. Super chats do not guarantee a channel review, for the main reason that I cannot keep up with the chat while I'm doing channel reviews. So if you do a super chat, I may miss it. I always try and look at super chats at the end of a live stream. But yeah, this is just so frantic and I'm concentrating on doing the channel reviews that I may not see them, which is one of the reasons why I don't want to choose super chats as the main reason to do channel reviews, and I don't want to create a financial barrier either. If you see any tools or any interesting metrics or things on screen as I'm doing my channel review that make you go, wow, what is this? I want a piece of this action. It will be from the vidIQ Chrome extension. As I said already, there's a link in the description if you do want to download it. I can't review channels with inappropriate content, so if I see any foul or abusive language, which may be suitable for YouTube, it's not unfortunately suitable for vidIQ, so I would have to stop the channel review there and then. And when I do my channel reviews, and this is what you should be looking at if you don't get your channel review today, if you're looking at the fundamentals of what you should be looking at when you're building your channel and your audience, this is a type of thing that's important to me. So when I review a channel, I am looking at the most important thing: who should be watching and why, your target audience and your value proposition. If I can't work this out in the first 5 to 10 minutes, then your audience is unlikely to be able to do so as well. So they may watch one of your videos and then move on because they just can't work out what your passion is and whether your passion syncs with their passion. Channel health, branding and consistency. Does it look like you've made an attempt to put your message and your values and your graphics all in a way that a viewer can look at more than one of your videos and say, yep, I know exactly where that content is coming from? We'll also look at channel layout. Do you use a channel trailer? Are there any playlists going on there? What's the quality of your thumbnails? Are they enticing to the viewer? And general content in terms of are you consistent with the type of videos that you're making, or are you jumping from one topic to the next, which again could confuse the audience. Video titles, tags and descriptions, obviously the most important aspects of video optimization and metadata to get the viewer into your video. I will check them out. If I have time, I may have a look at one of your videos, such as the introduction, see how that's how that comes across to the audience, but obviously we can't watch full videos, we just don't have time for that. Audience and engagement. Are you getting a lot of comments? Are you responding to them comments? Are you posing questions that the viewers can get involved in? That's one very important aspect of building an audience. And of course, there's all sorts of other interesting and weird and wonderful things that come up during my reviews, which no doubt you'll spot in the live stream as well as what I'm picking up. And I always say that I try and keep my channel reviews to 5 to 10 minutes. That's never the case. They always overrun. But hey ho, you're just getting more help from me when that happens. So, just having a quick drink from my invisible goblet here. And we'll review our first channel. I've already picked it. One of the moderators made a fantastic suggestion that if they're going to do a lot of moderating, then surely they deserve a channel review, and I absolutely agree and support that. So this is going to be the first channel review. Moderators, if you want to start looking at the chat now and maybe deciding who's going to be the next person to review. But the first channel we are going to look at is J.A.B's Adventures. Drone travel films every week. Let's take this channel into a little more detail and see what we can find out. They have 315 subscribers. They have 7,000 channel views. And the channel's been around since 2010, but we don't know how long they've been making videos for. So let's just get that on another screen, and we'll have a look at some of your channel layout. Go to your homepage. So the channel banner, we can see that you have your title and what you do. I can see that you've obviously used a drone picture for your banner, which is good. And it looks as if you've measured the banner correctly so that it will look good on a mobile device. It shouldn't get chopped off. I'm not entirely sure if you need the social media icons here, as you do have them down in your channel information there, but I guess on a mobile device, if your social media addresses are all J.A.B's Adventures, then that would work. You might want to check your apostrophe there, by the way. I'm not sure if you need that on Adventures. So, we have a video, but it's not a trailer video. It just looks like a standard video from your content about the Phantom 3. But we do have down here a good playlist to kick us off. Welcome to our channel. Watch these videos first. Absolutely. If you want to try and show off your best content about what your channel's about, then this is definitely the place to be. So we have Botanical Gardens in Richmond, Phantom 3 standard with a mod, some more drone footage, and National Museum of Marines. So not all drone videos, it looks like there. We'll get back onto the thumbnails a little later. Playlist about droning adventures, so that's good. Clearly defining what you do in that one. It looks like you've repeated your welcome to your channel playlist twice, so you might want to just fix that. And you probably want to drop in recent uploads playlist just to show any new visitors to the channel that you have regular recent content on your channel. See what playlists you have. Just the 3, and so you have a welcome to your channel playlist, droning one, and then something about some cheerleaders, which doesn't sound like it's anything to do with droning. Let's take a look at your videos now. So if you're a regular visitor to the channel reveals, you're probably going to be saying something similar in your head as to what I'm thinking now, in that the thumbnails need some touching up. The red font, put simply, doesn't work on your thumbnails. They just get completely drowned out by the thumbnail itself. I can't even read this. Was it Lewis Ginter, Botanical Gardens, Richmond? But I'm spending so long reading the thumbnail that I've kind of lost interest in the video itself. So I definitely don't think you should be using a red font. I mean, the black font here works better, but at the same time, there's still a lot of text on your thumbnails, and you need to let the title do more of the description of your video, I think, here. If you're taking drone shots, if you're doing droning, the thumbnail should really sell itself, because you'll have hopefully a fantastic clip from your drone that you can just stick there, and maybe one adjective such as like awesome or inspiring or footage or a beach shot, rather than droning over Nag's Head OBX, J.A.B's Adventures Bring Droning and Travels Video Weekly. So yeah, far too much information there. Simplify your thumbnail and try and include that information in your title. Now I can see that you have a lot of things here on your DJI. I think my webcam's just broken, by the way, so unfortunately you might not be able to see me if we go back to me. If we can see from the DJI, the title of it, it's all DJI Phantom 3, and as far as I'm aware, I know a little bit about drones. That's not really a trendy, it's quite an old device now, so it might be difficult to bring an audience who are interested in drones into your content. So you might want to think about removing Phantom 3 from the titles and making it more focused just on droning, and your stories on droning, if that might help. And just looking at your consistency, you haven't posted anything in a month. Well, you posted one thing a week ago, a live test. Obviously, that just seems to be like a practice video, as the thumbnail's not being developed or the title in any way. So I guess a question to you, J.A.B's Adventures, is I'm being quite critical about your channel, but are you really, and you've been picked really without asking, are you seriously trying to develop your YouTube channel at the moment, or is it just somewhere where you can put your personal projects and almost have a library or a repository for your content rather than trying to build an audience? That might be a question that I would ask you. Also, there are some switches in content as well. Like you have a video here on a museum, Kids Expo, some cheerleaders at the end of a season. That's not necessarily drone content. So have you abandoned droning content recently? Is your channel in a bit of transition? And I know I ask you this question, and other video creators may be thinking, well, what's this got to do with how I would make my channel? I know exactly what I'm doing. Really look at your videos and your content and just see how often you're changing your topic, and see if you sometimes lose focus. Let's pick a popular video. Let's go for this one. It's got 300 views. As always, I do apologise if the performance of my computer is a little slow. That tends to happen on the live streams. So we have some tags here. I can understand that you might want to put in a tag that is very similar to your title, but that's such a long tail keyword. I don't think anybody would be searching for that as a tag anyway. So yes, it does rank number 1. So you might want to, but at the same time, you're using associated tags such as Kenmore Plantation. That's probably maybe has a few more searches. Betty Washington, is that a place? I do apologise if my knowledge of American geography is poor at this point. But you are including DJI, Phantom 3, Phantom, History, Range Extender mods. So there's a good collection of tags there. And titles of the description here. I had the pleasure in doing some aerial shots of a historical Kenmore plantation here. As a droning channel, you probably want to include more droning keywords in there. Like I had the pleasure of taking my drone up over the historical Kenmore plantation to take some aerial shots. Maybe just think a little bit more about front loading your description with comments, with keywords if you can. But some good engagement here. You've got 70 comments for a 300 view video, which is excellent. And I can see that you're giving each comment a heart, so you're definitely reading the comments. And I'm sure that all of these replies probably come from you. Yeah, I can see that you're definitely engaging in your audience, so that's absolutely brilliant. And that's resulted in a video with a lot of conversation, especially for a 300 view video. So I always try and pick out positives as well in my constructive feedback to you, J.A.B. So yeah, ultimately we're going back to the question of how serious are you about your YouTube channel, or are you just using it as like a portfolio for your aerial shots when maybe you want to sell it to customers? I don't know if this is a business or not for you. But yeah, a couple of pieces of advice there. Maybe add a few more droning playlists, and are you going to be as consistent as you promise you are in a channel banner, which doesn't necessarily seem to be the case at the moment. And yeah, these other videos about the museum, the cheerleaders, is that content really appropriate on this YouTube channel, where I don't think anybody who's subscribing with an interest in drones would necessarily be interested in the other content you have? So a couple of questions for you to answer there. So that's J.A.B. Adventures, and and as a moderator, I just want to say thank you very much for all the continued hard work and effort that you put into moderating the comments. And for all the other moderators listening, just remind me next time, and if I haven't already done a channel review of your channel, then I will do it. I'll try and do one a week as we're going through the moderators' channels. Okay, I've already got my next channel lined up, because this person has been posting a lot of comments in the videos on vidIQ, which is another way to contribute to the community. Doesn't just have to be in the live chat, although that does help. And moderators, the next one will be down to you which channel I review. But the next channel that we're going to review right now is this one, which is called, bear with me, JojoMKWUteam, I think. It's a bit of a hard font to read, and I don't know if the MKWU is supposed to be abbreviation or not either. So let's have a look at this channel, which has 540 subscribers and 6,000 views. That's already telling me that there's a very high subscriber count versus view count, which is interesting. This person is on the Miiverse, part of, I think MK must be Mario Kart team. You play Geometry Dash, Mario Kart 8. So Mario Kart definitely seems to be a big part of your channel. So yeah, 500 subscribers. But let's have a look at your channel banner. If you're talking about Mario Kart, does any of this have anything to do with Mario Kart or video games? I'm not sure. Is that something from Mario Kart? I'm not too sure. You probably definitely want to include more graphics and content from the games that you play. And here's a question I always pose to video game channels. Why should I watch your content over somebody else's in a very saturated video market? What makes you unique? And looking at your description, it just says that you're posting about new games every day. Well, what about those new games? I want to know why I should be watching your channel. And this channel banner, if I if you didn't explain in your description what your channel was about, the channel banner would give me no indication as to what your channel is about. Let's go to your home page. You do have a autoplay video, but it's not a channel trailer. You've got popular videos as your second playlist, and this is one of the reasons why you want to be careful about putting your popular uploads as your top playlist. 5 months, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months ago, that doesn't tell me if you're still posting videos on a regular basis. And so I'd have to as a viewer, I'd have to dive deeper into your content to see if you are still uploading videos. I mean, it's the next one down, and it looks again as if you haven't posted a video for a month. So are you on a break? Where's the consistency here with the videos that you're creating? What other playlists have we got? Check all of my videos now. So 300. So have you put all of your videos in one playlist potentially? What other playlists do you have? So you've got playlists on sneak peeks. So again, another thing about playlists is that your playlist, think when you create a playlist, create it as if you're creating a video. The title is very important because YouTube still indexes this playlist and it's searchable. Sneak peeks tells me nothing about what's inside the playlist. Long levels. Is that about Geometry Dash? Again, I'm having to get. There's some guesswork going on here. Nintendo's a playlist. It's too broad. You need to narrow down these playlists when you're creating them. Okay, videos we have. So you haven't posted a video for a month. So as I said before, are you on a break? Do we know what the consistency of your channel is going to be? And looking at your videos, the thumbnails look as if you're just taking a freeze frame from your videos. Like this one here, made a new level on Geometry Dash, and we can just see a background and like one small image that I can't see. This is where sometimes text would be useful. Maybe you just put custom level or new level or something along those lines just to give that a bit more context and make the thumbnail a bit more exciting, or like a gear or a cog icon or a construction sign on the thumbnail just to add a bit more context and help viewers understand what the video is about. And yeah, just a general lack of branding and consistency on your thumbnails. I wouldn't be able to tell whether these videos were all from you. Like if we compare this one here about Mario Kart to this one about Geometry Dash, completely different games, completely different thumbnails. Is it from the same person? I'm just going to sort by most popular. So it does look like here that four of your most popular videos, which got over 100 views each, and so well done on that. The top 4 videos were about Mario Kart, and the question might be there is maybe you should concentrate more on Mario Kart, or if this particular version of Mario Kart is a bit out of date now, move on to an updated version of Mario Kart or whatever's recent and trending and topic. And the phrase I use, and we use at vidIQ here, is if you're having successful content, double down on it to capitalize on what YouTube sees as you producing good content. It makes you somewhat of an authority. I mean, these 2 videos here, which have 600 and 500 views, have more than your more views and subscribers you have. So that's kind of like it's always good when you're getting more views than subscribers, because there's been a reach of that video far beyond your core audience. I still question how you've got so many subscribers with only 6,000 views. Is that a result of potentially sub for sub, or something where it's maybe you're not getting the worthwhile subscribers? But obviously it's impossible to answer that question in this video. Let's just click on one of your videos and see what tags you are using. I'm just going to let this run for a little bit as well. See your intro. Okay, so you had a running title and now you've got this intro here. Look at the time going on here. We're now 20 seconds into a 2-minute video and we didn't actually see what the video was about. So I would be interested to see your audience retention there and how many people just drop off in the first 20 seconds waiting for something to happen. Definitely shorten your video intros if you can. So tag wise, you've managed to rank in a couple of tags here, which is good work there. Are these your custom channel tags? That might be one reason why that's happening. And let's see what else you've got. So now you're including tags such as Geometry Dash, which has got nothing to do with Mario Kart, so it might not be worth doing that. But you have these tags here such as Ghost Valley 2, which is probably the name of a track. You might want to bring those... Oh, you do. So you've got Ghost Valley 2 as a higher tag, and you might want to include more tags around that topic, such as Mario Kart Ghost Valley 2 course, and more tags that are more relevant to the specific content of the video, as opposed to these tags such as more, plays, likes, cool, new, racing, game, which are all very broad tags, and that just makes it more difficult for YouTube to categorize your content. If you can think of several variations of the same title or tag, then that's probably better than these random tags that you're dropping in. Your description is pretty good though. You've included the Mario Kart tag. Well, you might want to just include Mario Kart as a basic one. Yeah, MKWUTeam that means nothing to me. I know what Mario Kart is, but I don't know what MKWUTeam means. So maybe something to just think about there when you're writing your titles as well. A good amount of comments though. You certainly got some engagement out of this one, and you're liking the videos. Oh, you've posted a lot of comments yourself. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you might want to be careful posting lots of comments in your own videos to boost up engagement. Just concentrate on your audience talking to you. I suppose if you look at it from this point of view, when you want more views, what does the view want from you? I'm actually doing a video about this, trying to work out how we can take views as a word and split it up into value, impact, and engagement, but I haven't quite finished off that thought yet in my video. But do viewers really want to see comments from you just saying that you've got over 30 views and over 500 views? It's not that interesting to a potential viewer. However, good engagement, as we can see here, 26%, and you're certainly thinking about the metadata that you're using here with lots of tags and titles. But as I say, all other things such as making your thumbnails more consistent, maybe concentrating more on one topic rather than jumping from one to another, could help your channel. So that there is the... what was the name of the yeah, that's another thing. It's like the channel name is so long and difficult to say that I kind of lose it in my head. JojoMKWUTeam. That's a channel review for you. So we're over to the moderators now. If you could send me over a video, the next channel to review, and I will take a look. I'm still here, so yeah, just drop me Okay, I think I have a next one. Let's see if we can get this right. So, before I start doing a channel review on this, can you just confirm, Mr. Mevil, that this is your channel?
Закрой глаза, все постепенно.
And then we'll get into a review of it. It looks as if it's going to be a Russian channel, which is going to make it interesting in terms of the titles and the tags and the descriptions. But I just want to make sure that this is the right channel before I move. Okay, Mr. Mevil, thank you very much for replying. So here we are then. It's been a while since I've reviewed a big channel, but this is it. Mr. Mevil, I assume that's the correct way to pronounce it. 239,000 subscribers. First of all, congratulations to you. You've done all that in the space of under 5 years, 25 million views. That's fantastic. And this is one of these channels where hopefully I can look at the channel stats and see just a general growth of the channel if this tool works. The channel banner, it's fairly minimalist, but it shows you what it's about because it includes CSGO, so I assume it's about Counter-Strike, and we've got characters from the game, which helps us as well to identify what the channel's going to be about. In the description, obviously I can't read Russian, so I don't know what the description is, but all I can say is that the description is fairly light. You might want to add a bit more about specifically what you do in CSGO just to help the viewer, because there isn't necessarily a value proposition here, but obviously you've got 200 plus thousand subscribers, so maybe you don't need that as much as others. Also, I have no idea how appropriate this content is going to be on a channel review if I can't read any, can't follow much of it. So I'm working almost at like 60% on this channel review. So we have a video here. Is this a channel trailer? I'm not sure, but it's a little long if it is. Uploads. So when are these uploads from? So you might want to just have a little play around with your upload, your playlists, and have a welcome to my channel. Here's what we do here, because I'm seeing in your videos that this probably has nothing to do with CSGO. That looks as if it's a tech review on a monitor. So are you starting to distance yourself a little bit from what probably drove a lot of your content earlier, but might not necessarily be the case anymore? Maybe you need to just have a bit of a refresh of your brand on your channel. Something to potentially think about there. Videos. So, yeah, this is looking like it is quite graphic. And you do have some English titled videos. Is that because you do some of your videos in English? I'm not sure, but looking at the thumbnails is obviously, we have a good example here of when there is a clearly defined object in the thumbnail. There's a blurred background, but lots of color, and this is definitely more of the visual variety to try and get viewers into your videos. And somebody saying you could get banned for those. So there may be questions here on if your channel is struggling at all with demonetization. That might be, again, that's an impossible question to answer on this channel review. I'm going to sort by most popular so we can kind of find out when your super popular videos were. Look at this, we've got a 9 million view video here. But yeah, again, just looking at your videos, it doesn't look as if you concentrate that much on CSGO anymore. his videos about knives and weaponry. So again, controversial content, and it's something that you would have to be very careful about when on YouTube to make sure that you're not breaking any terms and conditions. It's especially in the landscape that we have here on YouTube at the moment. And my guess is that one of the advantages you maybe have as a YouTuber is that you're in a country where YouTube is still growing in popularity, and you were able to get in there and capitalize on a content and topics that weren't necessarily being covered in Russian at this point. So that's a general piece of advice to anyone looking to start a YouTube channel. It's getting harder and harder every day to find a passion, something that you're passionate about, that others aren't already passionate about and have made great content on. So whenever you find a niche or a gap in the market, you just want to go for it full on, as hard as you can, as quickly as you can, to try and capitalize before, I guess, the rest of YouTube catches up. And this kind of is what I feel here. I'm going to click on one of the videos here, but I'm going to pause it immediately to make sure that we don't hit any controversial content here. But again, the title is in Russian and the tags are in Russian, although there are some English tags here that you've used. But 9 million views, it's probably the most views I've seen on a video in our channel review so far. 140,000 likes, plenty of comments. I guess this is a point where it becomes very difficult to look after all of these comments and trying to respond to as many as you can wherever you can. And you're ranking very highly on a lot of these tags, which is awesome. But it looks as if, now, just some interesting stuff about your channel is it looks as if your channel has really slowed down in growth recently, because you've only got 1,000 subs in the last 30 days and only 500,000 views in the last 30 days as well. So this channel has really slowed down for whatever reason. Maybe we can just go back to your video list and potentially find out why. No, that's the wrong one. So it looks as if a lot of your traffic was driven by this video here. And so your most recent videos, you took a massive break, it looks like here. 10 months, 7 months, 5 months. Okay, so it looks as if the channel's... is the channel dead at this point, Mr. Mevil? Have you moved on from YouTubing? I think to really kickstart this channel, you're going to have to start producing videos on a much more regular basis. And if you are, probably go back to your strengths, which is CSGO. I think that's still a popular game. So, yeah, I've certainly some... so he's just saying in the comments, nope, you're just lazy. Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate there. A lot of people, a lot of video creators who are watching you, watching that comment and thinking, I would absolutely love to be in your situation and have this opportunity and have this audience and have this channel which could really take off. And you're at a point now with 200,000 subscribers and 25 million views where if you wanted to start monetizing, doing brand deals and generating income, this could become a full-time income. Again, I'm not sure if it already is, but you have... It's almost like on World of Warcraft, you've got a level 80 character and you're just not using it anymore. And it seems like an unfortunate waste if you don't want to carry on. But obviously, if you're a video creator and you've lost that passion, I fully understand that. But at the moment, you are way ahead of 95% of YouTubers. And if you want to carry on doing that, then I would stick to it if you want to. But that's everybody's circumstances and situations are different. Okay, so there we are, Mr. Mevil. Congratulations on your past success. Do you want to continue it? That's a question that only you can answer. Next video, next channel, please, moderators. I will give you a quick update on this live stream. I will have to stop at 12 o'clock. I've got a hard deadline today, unfortunately. But I will be back next Tuesday to do more channel reviews. And the Friday live stream is back as well, the casual live stream, which I've not been able to do for the last 2 weeks because I've been away traveling. Fortunately, I will be able to do it this week. Okay, I think I've got it, the next one. Let's see if I can find that. That's J.A.B there. I think I got the right one there. Is it? Can somebody confirm which channel that is of these three? And that would really help me. I'm not sure if it's any one of these three at this point. Extra Session Media says the top one, so let's go here. Okay then, JayJ TV. Got some nice reaction shots there. You're telling us exactly when your videos come out, which is every Thursday. You might want to include maybe another tagline just to tell us what your channel's about, potentially. I can see you've got cools on your hoodie there. Skits, fun, and videos. Subscribe to the Ranger from Toronto. Hey, a fellow Canadian. I live in Vancouver, although you may be able to tell from my accent that I'm not a Canadian by birth. So, minimalist to begin with, in that you do skits, funs. Might want to include something. Maybe you can put that into some sort of tagline. Think of how you can put Jay and skits together in some sort of funny concoction. And surely you must be able to do this if your videos are about comedy. You have 200 subscribers, 3,000 views. I'm going to check first how many videos you've done. Okay, so you've done 15 videos, so a relatively new channel. And I'm just seeing here that you have had a big break. So new videos every Thursday. We have to question that in terms of consistency, in that you've taken substantial breaks. Yeah, maybe that sums up your channel in a moment, procrastination. Let's go back to your channel homepage. This is a channel that's very much in its embryonic stage at the moment. You have a sort of an idea, you've got some of the fundamentals down with the channel banner. You've decided to go for this video as your pseudo channel trailer, and maybe you haven't got enough content yet to say welcome to JTV, this is what we do here. Sorry, JayJ TV. You've just got uploads, so you might have you got any playlists yet? Let's check. You've got one playlist, but again, it's a small channel, so maybe you haven't had a chance to flesh that out just yet. So video wise, Street Racing with Cops, the Tim Hortons Scandal, Best Exam Study Hacks, the Gym Sucks Types of YouTubers. Right, let's see what your most popular video is. Because skits and pranks and whatever else you want to call it is quite a broad subject. So you don't have really like a standout video yet in terms of something you can latch onto. So you're in this hustle stage where you're maybe finding the best type of skits to do, which is fine. Experimentation is good at this point. It's good that you are including yourself in the videos, so you're definitely selling yourself as the personality of the videos, apart from one which says spoon with a fork. I guess that's a kind of a enticing, slightly clickbaity one. I don't really want to say too much about your titles, other than when you do have a video that maybe is more successful than any others, if you could potentially do a follow-up video to that and maybe a similar video on the around that content, it might be worth doing. I mean, you've got several videos here that have more views than subscribers, so you're reaching an audience, maybe they're not subscribing, or for some reason they're just not connecting with the content. But in saying that, in the views that you've put together, when you've only got 15 videos and almost all of them have got more than 100 views, that can be really difficult to start off with. And we can see that you're putting a lot of effort into your videos. One thing you might want to try, I'm just noticing here that all your video lengths are relatively short, and as we all know, YouTube watch time is the most important metric on YouTube, even though for some people that's not ideal, especially if you're doing animation and or a short film of some kind. Maybe try a longer style video, maybe 7 to 10 minutes, just as an experimentation, and see how your audience reacts to that. Right, let's look at best exam study hacks, and I'll just let this run for 15-20 seconds, if there's no swearing. Hopefully. Or burping.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's JJ, and y'all know what time of year it is. Exam time. I got a perfect video for you guys today. You know the things that help you with exams, studying, and dropping out? Life hacks. Well, without further ado, let's.
So yeah, I think that's a fairly good intro. Lots of jump cuts. It has a good pace to it. You've got the music backing track, and so there's lots of fundamentals going on there that are good YouTube staples to start with. Video tag wise, you've gone for less tags. Good exam study tips, good exam hacks. Best exam hacks 2017. You might want to change the year now. See if you can maybe pick it up. Interesting that you put best exam hacks on December the 5th, 2017. Was that right in the middle of exam season? You might want to, so an idea maybe when the next exams come up, do a follow-up one to this one, and again, date it. Putting 2017 in a video title might not be the best idea at the end of 2017, just as a thought. But you could have included that year in your video tags as well to bulk it out. And can we think of more ways to do exam hacks? There's probably more ways. So, best exam strategies, best exam tactics, exam hacks for 2017, exam hacks to better success. So, potentially more opportunities there. And the best thing would maybe just put in as a search term, just do best exam. So there we are, best exam cheating answers. Obviously, you want to use the ones which are most appropriate, but you could add some of these into your tags. And obviously, when you're doing this through a video upload, vidIQ would help you out with some suggested tags. And there's plenty of ways to research this through our tool. Now, you got 25 likes, 15 comments. Did you reply to those comments? People are laughing at it, and people are enjoying this content, so that's good. And yes, you are replying to people with shouty responses, but that's fine. So I think, just going back to your channel in general, you've got good fundamentals here, and maybe you've just not applied yourself enough to capitalize on them. New videos every Thursday. That's not true at the moment. If you can't commit to that, then maybe just change your strategy on your schedule if you can. And it feels like here that there may be a question for you is like, how much do you want to give to YouTube as a passion or a hobby? And it almost feels like at one point you were really into it and you really wanted to give it the best shot that you could. And then whether it was because things didn't go that well, that you've kind of procrastinated a little bit on it. But certainly, I'd say for a very small channel with not many views, there's some really good stuff going on here. And certainly one that YouTubers would want to keep an eye on as a channel. Okay. We have got time for one more channel review today. I do apologise for this slightly concatenated live stream. I'm going to describe it as today. So, moderators, if you could push another channel my way to get reviewed, and this will be the last one for this week. Moderators, whenever you're ready. So was that tense moment where we're waiting for one channel to another. Okay, yeah, we'll certainly do a channel review of that one because this person has been contributing excellently to both Twitter and the YouTube comments, and yes, it's that dad. I seem to remember that they've been posting about some fantastic success in recent times. So thank you, Anna Adventures Toy Reviews. Yes, I picked that one up. Let's have a look at your channel, which has 3,000 subscribers now. So you've just cracked 3,000. Congratulations to you. Whoa, nearly 1 million views. So getting close to that big milestone in views. Hopefully you'll crack that one very soon. Do we have any channel stats for this channel? Would be lovely to see them. Okay, we do have some channel stats. You had some. Whoa, you had a nice big spike there. 40,000 views over. I think it's. I'm not sure if that's a daily count. I can never quite. Yeah, that's a daily count. So you've had some real big spikes in video content recently, which is excellent. Well done to you. Publishing a lot of videos, and subscriber count got a nice little bump there. That doesn't mean 0, by the way, when it's at the bottom of a graph. It just means the lowest sub count at that particular time. Right, okay, that dad, you might want to look a little bit at your channel banner because Empire, so there's stuff being cropped here on the desktop version, and it'll be way more cropped on the mobile version. And it looks as if you're a dad that's into mobile gaming. You might want to explain that a little more in your... Here we go, yeah. That dad that loves to play mobile games. So, again, try and think of how you could put that into some funky type of tagline. The mobile gaming dad or something obviously a lot more inventive than that. But something... Because there may be a lot of dad, like we're obviously the 80s generation, which I'm certainly of, who are still interested in video games, but now they're parents, so we have to try and juggle the two. There must be some way that you can fit those two in. For example, I only have time to play Clash Royale these days, even though I would love to still play all the latest video games. Okay, channel trailer. Let's watch and listen.
Hey guys, what is up? I am that dad, and welcome to my channel. I play lots of different games, one being Dragon's World, and if you guys want to catch my newest Dragon's World videos, be sure to follow the link in the description below to my newest Dragon's World channel, That Dad's Dragon's World. Guys, I'm also featuring Tekken. What's so funny about that, Lord Draken? It's Tekken. Clearly he doesn't understand.
What are you doing there?
Shaheen, no, it's okay. You guys don't gotta fight it out. There's plenty of space for both of you.
Okay, I would probably stop. I would try and shorten the channel trailer into about 40 seconds because I was as a new visitor to your channel, I was kind of done at this point. But in saying that, fantastic that you do have a channel trailer and you were in it and you're showing immediately what your channel's about. We know already that it's about mobile gaming, the games that you play, and we know that you like to have humor in your content, which is brilliant. I just think that probably viewers don't need to see more than 30 seconds to 45 seconds of that in a channel trailer, and maybe just tighten it up, make it a little more snappy, as this is the first thing that your viewers are going to see. However, against all the other channels that we've seen today, you have a channel trailer and nobody else does, so you're already a step ahead of those folks. Okay, so you're putting your playlist definitely into the different games that you play, Tekken, Power Rangers, so we can clearly see what your channel's about. You might want to include another playlist that's welcome to That Dad, here's what we do here, and then you would have your 3 main games in there, which looks to be Tekken, Power Rangers, and Hero Summons. Let's have a look at your playlists. Your videos. So you've decided to go with a cartoon version of yourself, and as a reaction, is that because you're an artist? It adds certainly adds a unique aspect to your videos, which is good. Thumbnails obviously have a lot of branding and consistency, which is good. I would say on occasion they maybe are a little cluttered. A lot going on in some of these thumbnails. And there are some duplicate ones a little bit here where this is the same thumbnail with just a different character dropped in there. So some variation might help you there. It's just when you're scrolling through a playlist, I can see the brand and I can see the colours, but I can't really distinguish the content in each of these videos. I'm kind of having to look. I maybe have to read the titles to see what the difference is. But generally, the thumbnails are good. I don't want to say that they're bad. I always want to give the feedback rather than what's good, and I forget that sometimes. But I can see that the thumbnails are evolving as well, like this one here where it was a white background, and here where it was just a screenshot from the game. It's definitely an evolution, as you can see, of the branding to a point now where you know exactly what you know who the video is from, but you don't necessarily know what the content is at a glance. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Most popular event. We need to find which video propelled you into the stratosphere. Is it one of these that really helped you recently get lots of views that's just been picked up? If you've had a video that was just chugging along for a while, not doing anything, and then all of a sudden it's gone whoosh, you would definitely maybe want to revisit that and try and capitalize that if you can. Let's just have a look at this one and see why it's popular.
Yo guys, what is up? That Dad here, and I have another awesome Empire.
Oh, is that the only tag you've used? That's interesting. Why is this video done so well with just one video tag that no one would ever search for? Interesting stuff. This is where I really want to dig down into the data and find out more about why this was successful and ask the video creator maybe what happened here, but unfortunately we just don't have time. But something in this video has triggered YouTube to serve it up. Maybe it's just because nobody else has a video quite like it. That's able to, and the viewers have just found it, or it's been shared somewhere externally. I'd love to find out more, but unfortunately we don't have time there. But not that many comments, so maybe it has been shared externally, because you've got a lot of views versus engagement, and that always makes me wonder what's gone on there. See if we can find another one. See if there's any other reason.
Hey guys, what?
So yeah, these videos from a while ago, same number of likes and then a high number of views, and the tags, no tags there. So again, interesting stuff here, and I could only speculate on as to why we have those oddities going on. I'm just going to go to one of your most recent videos now and just compare, see if you've made any changes. Like this video, it's got 1,000 views. This is kind of more of like a standard views. Okay. You need to start tagging your videos a lot more. That's the first thing. Include tags that revolve around all the things that you're doing here, like Power Rangers Mobile, a Power Rangers Legacy Wars mobile game. You're missing out on metadata here that would help YouTube connect your videos to others. And yeah, probably a bit more in your description as well. Add things about, yeah, you've not even mentioned Power Rangers in your top description there. So couple of opportunities there to capitalize even more. I mean, you're getting 30% view rate versus your subscribers, so that's all awesome. And I'm afraid, folks, I've just got to leave it there because I am in a terrible rush. I've got a deadline at 12 o'clock. I was just going to try and read out the super chats if I can. For anybody who has done a super chat, I saw a couple coming through, and this is now going to look really weird because you're going to see just my screen because the webcam is broken. But yeah, so super chats. Thank you very much to Michael Daniels. I believe I'm going to be trying to have an interview with you soon at some point in April, hopefully. Thank you very much to Kids vs. Dad Gaming, a long, loyal supporter here. I told you I was cheap, and here's an Iron Brew. That's an in-joke. I love Iron Brew, but unfortunately, I think it's illegal to import that into Canada, even though it's just a soft drink. And at Reef, you've been using vidIQ for 2 years, and I hope it's been successful for you. And again, thank you for the super chat. And at Reef, I would love to review your channel, but as I say in the video description and during the videos, that we don't review channels based on super chats because I can't keep up with the chat during channel reviews, and I don't want to create a financial barrier. I hope to somehow solve this in the future, but at the moment, yeah, it's just channel reviews depending on contribution. And that's it. This is the screen of me static because my webcam is broken, but it's helpfully just left me there staring blankly at the screen. I will be back on Thursday, actually. I think we're doing a live stream interview on Thursday, so make sure to join us for that. But we're doing channel reviews next Tuesday at 11 a.m. I'm looking at the web camera, even though it's not on, which is very weird. It just leaves me to say, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course, share it with anyone who might find it useful. Thank you very much, moderators, and as always, enjoy the rest of your video making day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.